Alright, what's up guys, this is Dom, and we're here with the ICBA Season 3, Week 1 versus EXP Awesome. You guys should go check him out, he's a very good battler. First off, I gotta give a huge shout out to Johnny GB for recording this footage you're seeing here, and also actually making the thumbnail. And we're also gonna give a huge shout out to Jared for joining my team for me this week. So let's just get right into it. I decided to bring a bulky, a speedy Jirachi with Stealth Rock U-turn, Iron Head, and fourth move we do have Mega Pidgeot to click Hurricane, physically defensive Vaporeon for Excadrill, and he also has Crocodile on his roster, so I definitely wanted to have a physically defensive in case he brought both Excadrill and Crocodile. Darkrai to click Darkrai moves. We have a Scarf Zoroark to check the Mega Beedrill, also just to hammer through his team, because 7 out of 11 of his Pokemon are weak to fighting, so Scarf Close Combat just obliterates him. And we do have Swords Dance Diggersby to clean up late game, should we need the priority. Like, also after Rocks, Quick Attack does kill the Mega Beedrill. So that's definitely going to be very good. On his side, he brought the Smeargle. Once I saw it, and he picked the lead. He picked the lead within like 10-15 seconds, so I was very confident it was going to be Smeargle, and I had to just go Jirachi and try and flinch it, because I do want to prevent the webs. Mega Pidgeot does have Defog, just in case it does get the webs up, / too many hazards, or like a Toxic Spike or something crazy. And I do have to worry about the Zoroark being disguised as stuff, so like I do want to get my Stealth Rock up as soon as possible so I can start to see what is disguised as Zoroark and whatnot. So let's get right into the battle. So as I predict, let's see if I got it right, if I predicted the Smeargle lead correctly. So he does lead, and he sends out his fourth round, which is indeed the Smeargle, so I do get the lead matchup right. And so here we get Jirachi. So right now I just got to see if I can get the flinch. I really debated on having Taunt or Nasty Plot, because he did have Audino on his team, and I didn't want him stalling on my Darkrai, so I decided Nasty Plot was better, and I didn't think he was going to bring Smeargle, because I think Smeargle's terrible in League format. But fortunately I do get the flinch, and I do go for U-turn just in case he wanted to save the Smeargle. So right after the animation for Jirachi to come back. Alright, so after I U-turned Jirachi, I decided to go into Darkrai to bait out either the Mega Beedrill or the Togekiss. Mostly I wanted to bait out the Togekiss so I can go right back into Jirachi and immediately get Stealth Rock back up. But even if he does go into Mega Beedrill, I do have a Bug Resist Berry, the Tanga Berry, on my Darkrai, so I can take the U-turn, and 99% of the time he's going to go into Togekiss after the U-turn, after I take it. So that would be like, the same result as having the Togekiss, and even, I just take damage on my Darkrai, and the damage on Darkrai doesn't really matter. And I'm not gonna really need the Tanga Berry, because he didn't bring Scolipede, and he's not gonna, unless it's the last Pokemon and I have Darkrai, like, it's not really gonna be useful, the Tanga Berry. So this is the only way I'm gonna get use out of my item. So I just decided to go right into Darkrai to bait out either the Togekiss or the Beedrill to bait out the Togekiss again. But fortunately for me, he does go straight into the Togekiss. So right here, I just get a pretty safe switch in, because like, unless he predicts and goes for Flamethrower, I'm gonna be totally fine. So I go right into my Jirachi, as he does click Air Slash, and this isn't gonna do that much. Yeah, Jirachi's pretty naturally bulky and doesn't do that much. So right here, I'm just gonna get my Stealth Rock up, so to get it up as fast as possible. Turn 3, right here, I do get my Stealth Rock up, and we're up 6-5. This battle is going very well so far. And he goes into Excadrill hard, which I was okay. That's a good play on him, taking advantage. He knows I'm a physically attacking Jirachi. Right here, I decided to go for the U-turn. I also have the Shuca Berry, and also because he didn't bring Scolipede, I don't really need the Shuca Berry that much. And I do find out he is not Choice Scarf, so that is good information to know. And right here, I'm just gonna go right into my Vaporeon. This is really the only, like, the main reason why I did bring Vaporeon was for the ground types. So he sets up Stealth Rock of his own. I really don't want him to spin away, so I'm going to force him out with a Scald, or at least I think I force him out. He actually stays in and clicks Toxic, which I definitely think is a misplay, because he's going to take a huge hit and potentially lose his Excadrill here with this Vaporeon. As you can see, this Scald is going to do a hell of a lot of damage. This is uninvested, but Vaporeon with that base 110 special attack, super powerful. Unfortunately for him, I do get the burn. I am sorry for that after the flinch too. But we do take those, you know, that's what you get for leaving a ground type to take a Scald. You know, those aren't really things you should do. Since Vaporeon is toxic and he sends in this big ass threat Greninja, I'm predicting him just to go for the Grass Knot to KO me. And this is not a Z Captain, so it can't be Z Grass Knot. But he shows to go for Gunk Shot. I'm like, oh man, that's not good. So right here, I just click Toxic here, and he shows to be Life Orb, so that's going to be really good for getting him into range of Diggersby. Even though it's already, like, you know, close to, but being a Poison type, it's in close range to Terrakion. But you know, it has to be the right type. It's changed to a Poison type. I gotta remember that. So he gets another Gunk shot off. I do take it, and we're gonna get a nice big Scald that's gonna do neutral damage. You know, Vaporeon did its job, and it's gonna be a nice big hit on it. And if I can live this toxic so right here, we're just gonna see if we can live it. Awesome, we do live the toxic damage, and right here, he after this tick of Life Orb, he's gonna be out. He's gonna die to Stealth Rocks. So you know, he changes to Ice Beam to cover the switch out into Mega Pidgeot or something like that, and he does kill the Vaporeon. But this is great because now the Greninja cannot come in on Stealth Rock anymore. So I just go right here into Darkrai, which outspeeds it naturally, as I just click Thunderbolt, as he doesn't have a ground type anymore, and this hits everything on his team neutrally that he has left. So now we're up 5-3. So here he goes into Togekiss. So last time I went straight into Jirachi. I'm going to stay in this time, predicting him to go for Flamethrower and just to get a nice Thunderbolt off on it. As he does show to be Choice Scarf into Air Slash. So I'm like, oh, okay. I'm okay with that. I do get flinched, unfortunately, but here I just get a really safe switch into Jirachi, as he decides to stay in because I know he's faster because he's Choice Scarf. So here we go. He clicks Air Slash, and it's gonna do like barely anything. I get hit, so here I just need some damage on it, and then Diggersby can clean up. And then that'll be. I'm just gonna set up for Diggersby. So hopefully I don't get flinched. I do get the Iron Head off, which is very nice. And now he's in range of Diggersby. I'm feeling very confident I'm gonna win this game with a pretty good differential, at least a 3-0. So right here, he does get a second flinch, so that does make up for a little bit of hacks to balance it out a little bit. But I definitely do think the flinch on Sprigo was a big deal. But you know, it's what I had to do to try and win this game, and it made the game a lot easier for me. And the Skull Burn on Excadrill was relevant, but wasn't that relevant because it was really low. Even though I think it would have lived Stealth Rock at that point, because I think it only takes 3%. So he goes into Mega Beedrill here. I'm just gonna stack on my Jirachi. There's no, if he goes for a knockoff, like I can't kill it with the quick attack from Diggersby. So, and if I go into Terrakion, he knocks off my Choice Scarf, and I don't have speed it, and I will die to Drill Run. So there's really nothing I could do about it. And he just clicks knockoff. And since I don't want to mess around with close combat, I'm sorry, with Stone Edge missing, I just want to go straight into my Diggersby and just click quick attack. Get rid of this big threat of Mega Beedrill and be done with it. So here I just click quick attack, and this Beedrill goes down. All he has left with the Zoroark, is the Zoroark, and I'm surprised he didn't try and trick me or anything with the Zoroark early or mid game or late game. But I'm just gonna click quick attack. One, to get damaged. If he has Focus Blast, I win 3-0. It's not gonna be a big deal. But he can't flinch me with the Dark Pulse. So he does click Dark Pulse. He can't flinch me because I obviously click quick attack. So I'm just going to click quick attack one more time. And that's going to be GG. That's going to be a very solid 4-0 win. For me, Terrakion and Mega Pidgeot didn't even need to hit the field. So that was pretty cool. That's a pretty handed, like one-sided victory. Hacks did help a little bit, but I definitely think I still would have won the game. Maybe not as high of a differential, but this is a very good start to our ICBA Season 3. So hopefully we do continue our winning streak into next week, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys next time.